So I'll ask you a question to start. What's the trouble with level one? What's the trouble with ACH? What's hard about it? What challenges have you had with your own customers?
What questions to ask?
Yeah, it's very hard to know sometime, like, well, what's the next question? Or even what series of questions should I do? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, and how not to spin around the symptom by, let's say, asking the same questions over and over, or
Right.
kind of similar questions.
Exactly. Totally. And the thing is, too, we all get our favorite questions, well, what's stopping you? Okay, why is that important to you? And sometimes you're like, oh God, I've already done this 10 times this week. And like, maybe that's not the thing this person really wants to hear. Or sometimes you're thinking, like, is this even relevant to this person? Is it just that I'm used to asking these questions? And then you have your people who you're like, why is it important? What's stopping you? And in 15 seconds, they've already run through all of your good questions and said absolutely jack shit. And you're like, fuck, all my good questions I already used. Now what am I going to do for the next 2 hours? I've been there too. And then there's like, is this even the right quality of question? Like, are we even on the right topic? Where are we? So that's right, Helen.
What to do with I don't know.
Yeah, totally. I don't know. I'm not sure. Yep. You already asked me that. That was when I used to get when I started, like, but you already said that. And you're like, oh, did I? Right.
Say the repetition. I've had clients say like, well, you keep asking me the same thing.
Now. And isn't it true, Sky, that when you get into that, it starts to feel a little bit argumentative? You're like, well, I'm sort of like shaking you a little. I'm trying to get somewhere with you, and you're not going there. And now I'm feeling a little bit
Mhm.
like, come on. And then it becomes tense. Like, that's not a good feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it gets a little circular, gets repetitive. You get lost and you lose your confidence. Then it's like, who's really in charge of this right now? Yep. All of this is correct and familiar to me. Yes, yes.
Analytical clients.
Yeah, totally. Exactly what level two is designed for, by the way. Like, let me just say this, Naomi, or how do you say your name? Noemi?
Noemi.
Very pretty. I love that. Analytical clients, let's just be honest, they're not good candidates for ACH. Sometimes you can get through knots with ACH, but a lot of the time your analytical clients feel attacked because they're analytical. So as soon as you ask them something, they're like, already back on their heels. So what are you supposed to do with those types of people? And by the way, in the same category as analysts, I also think of teens, like teen clients, which I love. And I think I'm going to change my niche to teens because it's really my favorite. But they're not that great with that analytical thing. First of all, their minds haven't evolved to that kind of place yet. And also, they're just not in the mood to argue. Like they want something else. So what are we supposed to do with that? Analytical people, people who are hard to penetrate. I don't know. Uh, what else did we say was challenging? Repetition. Anything else?
Just people who tell stories over and over and over. They don't stop and think about what you're asking.
Yes. Spin around the symptom. Way too much venting. Way too much unrelated information. Yes. Okay. So these are the problems. Any others?
Highly intelligent people usually sniff out things very quickly.
You said intelligent, highly
Yeah.
intelligent. Oh, yeah. And so what do you think they're doing? They're suspicious of
Uh,
us right off the bat?
yeah, suspicious. And then if I were to repeat the question, you've asked that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, they're tracking us. They're tracking
Yeah.
us.
Oh, yeah.